What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Extra Step. You here with your favorite people in the world. Sorry.
What's going on? How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Long time no see.
Yes, it's been some time now.
Yeah,
I know y'all
sure.
missed us. It's been a great end of the summer.
Yeah, no, for sure. Great end of the season as well.
Yeah, we did a lot of our. I know you guys seen our posting on our IG with a lot of our outdoor runs. So yeah, we're doing some of that stuff. But back to business.
Of course.
We're going to talk some basketball again. Season's coming up. A lot of things happened that we didn't like, and a lot of things happened that we loved.
And a lot of things we're looking forward to as well.
Yes. So it's going to be a big season. But,
absolutely.
You seem excited this time.
What do you mean? I'm super excited.
I'm excited. I'm a little worried.
I'm so excited for the season. You don't even understand.
Because you're a Clippers fan.
I'm not. It's not. First of all, I'm a Raptors fan. That has nothing to do.
You're a Clipper. The jersey you're wearing about your goddamn Raptors fan.
Is this not a Dwayne Wade jersey, guys? Like, what number am I wearing? If I was a Miami fan, wouldn't I be wearing like a Jimmy Butler jersey or something?
You got a good point, bro.
Come on, everyone knows down deep. I've always been a Raptors fan. But for this year, you know.
All right, I'll give it to you.
I'll say the Clippers because they had the best player on the team.
Sure, second best team in Los Angeles, right?
That's another conversation.
But no, we should just get right into it. Since it's the preseason right now, I know everyone's been watching these games and it's getting really crazy with all the hype around all these teams, especially the free agency and what happened. We're definitely going to talk about today, like what's going to happen going forward.
For us in sports in general, we're actually going to expand. We're going to start talking about other sports as well. So we'll see during this show how that goes. And,
so you guys will hear about a little football, a little hockey, a little baseball, all that stuff.
We'll try to include as much as we can. Obviously, we don't want to make it like 2 hours long, right?
No, of course. But yeah, no, we should get right into it. All right, so now we're going to talk about our NBA predictions.
Yeah.
A lot of big things are going to happen this season. I know we have our different opinions on some things.
We have to, right?
I think we're going to keep with the team stuff today. I don't think we need to talk
about
no,
I mean, like, this is our first show this season again, so we're not trying to get like too deep into it. Plus, it's early in the season. Not a lot's really happening right now.
Rosters are not even found like
yeah, exactly. Training camps just started. Now teams are starting to play.
You're starting to see the whole some teams.
Yeah, I know,
like,
for sure.
The Warriors and Lakers played tonight, so it was definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think in the first half, LeBron and AD combined for like 37 points.
So it's definitely pretty.
We'll see. No, for sure.
But I want to ask you that question of who do you think is going to come or finish first out of the West?
Okay, so for me, I thought it was going to be the Clippers. But I think with Paul George's injury, they might get off to a little bit of a slower start. I'm still going to put them there because, actually, you know what? I'm going to put Denver there. I still think Denver could be the realistic shot to be the best team in the East. They did win how many games last year? They were second in the West for a reason. I can't really say anything. Their core stayed.
Yeah.
They got a little worse, a little better. I don't even know. I don't even think
I mean, the West is still really loaded. I think.
Yeah. No, that's what it is, right? You're looking at three. I think in the West, you're looking at three really good teams in Denver, and the two Los Angeles teams, right?
Yeah.
To possibly be first place, but I don't think the Lakers are going to get first place just because load management. That's it. No, I don't think they need to strive for first place. I don't think that LeBron cares about first place.
Okay, look, I know they don't care about first place, but they have a team that's definitely has some more energy. They got more weapons. You got Kuzma, who, based on what they're starting up look like, I think he's going to be in that starting lineup.
No, for sure. There's no reason he shouldn't.
So I think they're going to be.
Okay, I'll see. I'll just.
But you're right. I don't think they're going to be first place in the West and out of 82 games. I think.
Who's your pick?
I'm going for Houston.
Okay.
I think with Westbrook and Harden on the same team. A lot of people sleep on those two. People forget, these guys in OKC, with Durant, of course, was, a dynamic, squad. They just killing everybody. Now you got a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Right, with both those guys. And the thing about Westbrook is that he's a team player. He's willing to get those guys involved if he needs them to be.
No, I mean...
And he's got a guy that can score like James Harden now on his team.
Sorry. No, I totally agree. I've seen them so far in training camps, working out during the summer and stuff. I've seen their chemistry is going to go a long way for this team. It's just... I mean, like, we'll see. We'll see.
Think about it like this: the OKC Thunder are one of the dangerous teams in the West for how long since they started making the playoffs? And then when Harden left, they were still dangerous because it was Westbrook and Durant.
Yeah.
Now you have Westbrook and Harden.
Mm-hmm.
He's with the offensive super threat.
No, he's with a smaller Durant, like the things that James Harden.
Smaller Durant, but better scorer.
Better
scorer right now. But Harden's the better scorer right now.
Because Kevin Durant's not in the league.
Okay, but Harden's the best scorer right now, and he's been the best scorer for the last couple years, no?
It's kind of hard not to give it to Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant can score, but I'm just asking you a question.
Kind of been like Kevin Durant's been like the scorer of this era.
Don't give me a score of no era, nothing.
Out of this 5 years?
Who is the last 2 to 3 years who's been considered the best scorer?
Okay, for sure, James Harden.
Okay, so now you team him up with Westbrook.
But Kevin Durant's been there too. You wouldn't agree with that? Like, after Kobe, I thought the best scorer would have to be Kevin Durant.
Yeah, like after Kobe was Durant, and then after Durant it's been Harden.
Yeah.
So think about that.
But Kevin Durant had those 2 years in
Westbrook played with the greatest, with the guy that was the best scorer, right?
You're right.
And they dominated. So now with Harden, I see them in 82 games this evening.
Okay.
I don't know in the playoffs what they're going to do. I think they'll still have their issues, but regular season, I don't see teams really could stop them. And you know what Harden likes the regular season. He tried.
Well, we're talking about regular season, so let's talk about the East at least.
Yeah, no.
What team do you have finishing at the top of the East this year?
First place out of the East, and I know a lot of people are going to probably think I'm crazy for this, but honestly, I'm going to go with the Raptors.
Okay.
I think just based on how the team's been built and how they've been for the last couple of years, nothing has changed. Mm-hmm. Now, Siakam has come in as the top guy. I personally don't know if they're going to go very far when it comes down to the playoffs and all that, but I think just in the regular season, this is how deep their team is, I still think they could finish first.
Yeah, it's possible. I think it's going to be Milwaukee.
Okay.
Giannis and Milwaukee. I know losing Brockton for them is going to hurt them. They're probably not going to win 60 games. I think the East is just going to be a lot more competitive than it's been over the last couple of years. Like, it's going to be like last year how it was, I think. So it's gonna be hard for teams to get to 60 wins regardless. But I think Giannis, he's gonna have to take that next step as a player. Yeah. If he does, for sure they can finish.
If this guy gets a 3-point jump shot,
he kind of already has one. He just doesn't use it with confidence. If he starts to become a guy that can just do it from whenever he wants, it's gonna be an issue. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna be such a problem in Milwaukee.
What else?
Honestly, the next thing we would have to discuss is really like who do you say is definitely going to be your team that's going to underachieve out of the East?
So like we're talking about
like out of all the teams that we see and the teams that everyone's talking about, it's like the Sixers, the Celtics, the Nets, the Heat. Like what are all those teams in the East that you think is going to be a team that's going to underachieve and kind of I guess be like say finish 6th in the East?
I honestly do think it's the Nets, unfortunately, but I think it's also because there's no Kevin Durant, and like Kyrie has shown that he can be a great leader. Obviously, Boston kind of changed my opinion of how Kyrie played and stuff, but he's still proven he can be that. But after the first round, like it starts to get really hard. Second round's like it's a gruel. Like we've seen it, like obviously, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna have to sit here and explain the playoffs, but second round that's where Kevin Durant would come in, but. Having no Kevin Durant, I think a 6 to 8 spot is somewhere we're looking for the Nets to finish, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I think the team that's going to underachieve the most is probably going to be. I have to think about it. I think it's the Pacers. I think a lot of people have given them a lot of praise for what they've been doing. I think Nate McMillan has done a great job coaching them, but people are still giving them like a top 4 kind of status. I think they're going to finish like 7th. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to struggle a little bit. They kind of find chemistry.
I think that could be an issue, absolutely.
I think there'll still be a problem. I think in the playoffs, there'll be a team that's like hot and can catch any team. But I think during the season they're going to probably underachieve.
I can see that. I can see them being like a really hard 8 seed team. For a number 1 seed.
Because the East has got stronger, right? So I can
especially because Oladipo doesn't come back till I think mid-November.
Yeah.
So and obviously after an injury like that, it takes a little bit. Time for players to get into just the speed of the game. So
of course, and who do you think is going to overachieve?
I want to say the Raptors, to be honest, because like where everybody like is throwing them down. Like I mean, the Raptors have always been underdogs. Like I get that, just because we're not part of the American media and stuff. I get all that, but like they're still talking trash that like just because Kawhi left. Like we were 17-5. without Kawhi.
Yeah.
And OG, and for me, I always say that if OG takes that next step, if he really learned from Kawhi the way he should have learned, sky's the limit.
No, I hear that. I think who's going to overachieve is the New York Knicks. I think their team is going to finish 9th to like 7th in the league.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
I like Dave Fizdale, what he's doing. I like how that team's kind of trending toward.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll overachieve just based on the fact that like they should not be going.
They should not be
like a top 10 team period, but they'll probably end up finishing that. I like RJ. He's going off. I think he's gonna.
My only thing is with RJ is like they're putting him in a forward situation, which I get. Obviously, he's a forward player. But they have like New York has so many forwards.
Well, but hey, that's versatility, right?
I get that, but like, he's gonna have to prove himself for sure.
Right, but in New York basketball, you can go big or small ball. When you go small ball, he's a guy you can put at the 3-4.
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
You can take advantage of as best as possible. What about the West? Who do you got for underachieving and overachieving?
Okay, so overachieving, I'm gonna say Utah.
Okay.
I think Utah made a lot of moves. Well, they didn't make a lot of moves, but I think adding 2 players to their starting lineup will help them. So I think for sure Utah. An underachiever. Actually, why don't you say your overachiever for that?
My overachiever in the West, I think it's gonna be Denver. Okay. I think they're gonna be a team that again will probably do a lot. And I think that extends into the playoffs, and then it's just gonna be like a flop. Eventually, they're just gonna flop out of the whole season. They're just gonna have this section of the season where they're just gonna like suck ass. I can just see it. I don't know. It all depends on Michael Porter Jr. in my opinion. If he comes down and balls out, I think that's gonna be a problem. If he doesn't, I do not see them really being a threat at the end of the season. Like a serious threat, I would take. So I think they're gonna overachieve a little bit and just.
Well, they still have Bobo, right? And I don't know if he'll do anything in his first real season. I doubt it, but it's possible.
I think,
and he's coming off an injury and all that fun stuff.
The Denver train people are gonna hop on it and you're gonna realize it's gonna be a shortstop.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna want to hop on it, but it is a good that's the problem. Like it's a good, well-coached team, with depth. They're like the Raptors. I think they're just missing that one more piece. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see exactly. But I say for my underachiever, it's probably going to be Sacramento. I know I've talked a lot about Sacramento before, but I don't really know. They have a new coach. They have a new system. I know they have 4 young players that they want to build around. So we'll see around that. But I think this might be another step, like not a step forward, but staying put. They might finish 9th again. We don't know what's gonna happen with them. I think that's probably what we're looking at with Sacramento.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna go with San Antonio.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I don't think Popovich has it in his bag no more. I see Marcus Aldridge on those guys. They just look like they're getting old and tired. I just don't see them being that team that's like okay.
Nah, bro. They have what's his name, Derek White. They have DeAndre Murray coming back from
they got their
guys, right? They got their energy. So and DeRozan's still out there trying to prove himself.
They're one of the worst 3-point shoot teams in the league.
Absolutely.
I don't care anyone.
But you have to realize they also have the 2 best mid-range shooters in the league on their team, and LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan. Yeah. I get that. So as for Pop, he's just trying to use his weapons. I get.
Honestly, you're right. He does not use his weapons. He does not.
I get what you mean. 3-point shooting, you need 3-point shooting in this league. That's a given. But
if it was,
you can't be telling DeRozan and LaMarcus, okay, yo, pull up 3 all the time.
No,
they don't got those.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to make sure your other players can step up or build around those guys who have 3-point shooting. Mm-hmm. So then when they're penetrating, you can have a kick out. That's my issue. The rest after that is who's their 3-point shooter? Marco Bellinelli, if he's on the down roster still, that's what I'm saying. They just don't have other threats that can step up for them when needed. So I think they're
dangerous. They're most dangerous.
Yeah, it's a
3-point shooter now, but even he's
their team's just shaky.
I get it.
But it's whatever. You can't do anything. You can't control that. Exactly. But I think the big question you gotta ask for teams is definitely who you think is going to come out of the East and West, the finals, and then finally
the championship. So it's our way too early prediction.
This is our way too goddamn early prediction for the season. You're saying series and all that. Yeah. When we look back at this, I want everybody to look at it and be either one of us is an idiot.
Yeah.
So who do you?
I've said it on countless occasions. I don't need to say it anymore. Out of the West, if the Clippers are healthy, they're coming out the West. Period. Dunzo. What about yourself?
Okay, so it's gonna be Clippers versus who? Or are you just gonna
just do your West, and we'll go to the East.
I mean, I was gonna go back to back with it, but if you want me to do that, it's pretty obvious who I think is gonna be. It's the Lakers.
Okay, all right.
Right, the Lakers are gonna beat everybody. Like the Lakers and Clippers, they'll probably eventually beat each other, but it's gonna.
And then I think for the East, Milwaukee. I think Giannis is gonna take that next step into the league. He's gonna start hitting those shots, and maybe he goes past Toronto again this year, and he takes them down. Takes down Boston, whatever he needs to do, he does it.
True. I'm going to go Boston, actually.
Oh, wow.
I like Kemba on that team. I think he's a better fit. Knowing Brad Stevens since he was coaching Butler, he likes a point guard that can do everything.
Yeah, that's true. No, that is true. That's why Isaiah Thomas had such a good relationship, tenureship, whatever you want to say in Boston.
He didn't have that type of year.
Yeah, no. After that, Isaiah Thomas,
And then I think Jason Tatum's ready to take that next step. So I think I really like.
I hope for Jaylen Brown as well.
And Gordon Hayward, he's coming back like fully healthy now. If he comes in and can be that like second or third guy, they have their big three of Jason Tatum, Kemba, and Hayward, and they can go with that. You can go the distance with that. So I think that works. In the finals, I honestly want to go
Boston.
Lakers in Boston in the finals. Lakers win in 6.
Okay.
LeBron gets another ring in 4.
I have Clippers in Milwaukee. I'll say that Kawhi does his dominant shit and he shuts that down. I'll say Clippers in 6 as well. So we'll see. Yeah, obviously we clearly want somebody from Los Angeles.
Yeah, so LA
to win a championship. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be tough. I think this season's gonna be really unpredictable at some points.
But it is gonna be a fun season.
But I don't know what's stopping LeBron and AD, baby. But so we're in our fantasy league now.
Yeah.
So this is where things are changing.
That's fun.
I know.
So far.
Yeah, I know we never done this before, so this is definitely new for us too. Mm-hmm. So please. Stay tuned with us right here. Stay patient. Don't kill us yet. But yeah, we're in a fantasy league. It's the first time all of us in it. Johnny's in it as well. He's killing us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how he's cheating. That's obviously why.
He already beat you 1 week. I still have to face him, so we'll see how I do.
Well, it's a long season.
It is a long. 17 weeks is a long season.
So you're ready, all right? But so definitely football talk. A lot of things have happened in the NFL. The biggest thing that's happened has been with AB, which has been hilarious. Shout out to AB.
When you're at your highest, you're at your highest, eh?
Wow. That guy. Listen, man, I'm not dissing on the guy. I understand where he's coming from. Like, you want your dollars, right? You want anything, but just shut up. Don't talk to these
That was
things.
just a mess of a situation. Like, everything just happened so fast and.
I was rooting for it.
I honestly, when he signed with the Patriots, I was like, yo, that's sick. Like
this guy's getting.
I was like, Bill Belichick's a genius. Like, he did it again.
This was like Randy Moss times 2.
Exactly.
Not even. This is like the new edition
of the Lions. I think the scariest part is look how good the Patriots are without him.
I know.
Like, that's the scariest part. Like, he's still so, like, Tom Brady's still so dominant that he don't care who he plays with.
Oh yeah, and he's just. Man, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He just wins at every level he plays at. Like, every year, he just gets better and better and at a different level. So
exactly.
You just can't stop him, and Father Tom don't know how to stop him, but you know what?
It's going to happen eventually.
But I think the Patriots will probably win again this year.
It looks like it. It looks like that team.
The Chiefs are very nice. I like Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. He's really good. He guy's my favorite player, especially on fantasy. Travis Kelce.
No, he's been killing it in fantasy. No, for sure.
Gives me buckets every week. But no, I think it's gonna be really competitive in the AFC. Mm-hmm. I know in the NFC there's a couple teams that are trying to battle it out, figure it out. I know the Packers are back into it. Johnny, Devontae Adams. You better tell Phil don't give him. Don't give him to Phil. Don't. Leave him alone, Phil.
Wow.
All right. I know I had to call the man out. I shouldn't have done that, but hey, it's football time, man. It's football season. Keep your players. But I like the Packers, how they're looking. The one team that I felt really bad for is Cameroon. I don't know if you heard. He got hurt.
No.
Yeah, so he's pretty bad. So he's going to be out for a long period of time.
For real, eh?
6+ weeks. So
jeez.
That sucks.
But to be honest, like, Cam has not been the same quarterback since that Super Bowl.
Yeah. No,
he's not. Like, he was so sick back then, and
now he's just been falling off. Injuries have...
Exactly. Injuries, I think, have been the worst part, but, like...
When you're a quarterback that likes to run and use your body, it gets to you eventually. So I hope for him that he learned that now you have to be a true passer and just stop running. I know you're a black man and you got some speed. I know you got some legs, but stop running. Just pass the ball. Be like Deshaun Watson and just throw touchdowns. All right. But I really feel bad for them and the Saints because the Saints lost Drew Brees as well.
Yeah, exactly.
His thumb injury. The surgery went well, but now he's gonna be out. But they're still winning, so it doesn't really matter. But I know it's going to be crazy for football. It's definitely dope. We're going to talk more on it going forward. But, man, NFL, I don't know.
The NFL is going to be interesting as usual. But so with the NHL, it's a different story because the NHL's been, like, changing so much lately. Like, the last couple of years, it's been a big change over 10 years ago. Like, imagine, like, Crosby and Ovechkin have been in the league for like 10+ years. Like, think about that. That's crazy, time. Right? Like,
they're veterans now.
They're exactly.
They're the guys that when we were kids, we looked up.
And when we were, totally. Like that's what it was. But with the season starting, like obviously, a lot of people are excited, especially our producer Johnny. Biggest Leaf fan we know.
This guy has a goddamn Leaf hoodie on. That's how much he loves these guys.
I mean, he is, yeah, exactly.
He's a true Leaf fan.
But with that being said, the Leafs announced their captain finally. Took only like forever. So congratulations, John Tavares, being the 25th captain in Leafs history.
I think the Leafs won the summer.
Yeah, I know for sure because they signed Marner.
They signed Marner, had Tavares as captain, and had Matthews get arrested for doing some nonsense.
Like that was just some stupid stuff.
Hey, it's okay when you drunk, man, and you're the top.
No, for sure.
Do what you want, my dude.
When you are,
don't blame
I do feel bad for him. I feel like that might have cost him maybe getting the C. But I think he should have told them from earlier.
I don't think it's a bad thing because you know what? A lot of teams have done this. I've seen before, and then bear with me, some of you hockey fans. I'm not the biggest hockey watch all the time, so listen clearly. Some teams have had captains and then switched over to that guy when he's ready. No?
Yeah, but
so I think Tavares will be captain when he lifts the cup as, the Toronto Maple. A couple of years later, they'll be like, okay, Matthews, you're still here, give you a longer-term contract. Hey, you're the top guy now.
That's true. That's true.
There's no guarantee he's going to be here forever. Like, how much years is it again? 5 years?
Yeah, it was 5 years.
So I look at it as 5 years. This kid could say, you know what, maybe I've won or whatever the case is, I could go somewhere else, right? Because the new era of sports is different. I know basketball and, now football is trending in its own way. Like, we don't know about hockey yet. Hockey might trend in a way where it's like some guys might say, hey, I might win now and do what I want later kind of thing. So I think the least smart is say, give it to the guy that's here right now the longest. If Matthews comes back down the road, he'll probably be better than him by that time. Mm-hmm. We could always give it to him and say, hey, Tavares, thank you. But Matthews is going to...
But by then, Tavares will also be like, out of his prime. He will be like that top player.
And it'll be time for a guy like,
Exactly.
The Sharks did it, right? With Patrick Marleau and gave it to, what's his name?
Joe Pavelski. Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense for the Leafs to just give it to a guy.
But it was Joe Thornton, not Patrick. Joe Thornton was the captain.
Wait, wasn't Patrick Marleau the captain first?
Was he? He was the assistant. I know that.
The thing about the Sharks is that they've changed their captain multiple times.
Okay, but Patrick Marleau has been a captain the longest there.
He has been a captain in San Jose.
But it was Joe before, right?
No, because Joe hasn't been there as long as Patrick.
It wasn't that. When Joe got there, they gave him captaincy, and Big Joe was captain for a while.
So this is what happens when we have a disagreement.
Johnny just searches.
Johnny does the fact check, and we figure it out, and then we figure out who's right.
But while Johnny's doing that, do you want to talk about what's your early predictions for the NHL? Because coming out of the East or coming out of the West, or better yet, who's going to win it this year?
Let's go, Kings!
Are you ready?
Yo, it's
let's do
it, baby.
From 2003 to 2009, it was Patrick Marleau.
Okay.
Then it was Rob Blake. Then 2010 to 2014, Joe Thornton.
Yeah.
And then after Joe Pavelski, 2015 to 2019. And now it's Logan Couture.
Okay.
So captain's change. We all know
Yeah,
that.
we can see that. And I think that would be a good example is Logan Couture, because when Logan was younger, I didn't really see him being that leader, being that captain, but he's developed into that for sure.
Exactly.
But I like to note that you don't see it often where a captain is named with the guy that was captain before on the same team.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand. I know the Kings did it too. They took it away from Dustin Brown and gave it to Anze Kopitar. So.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes, they talk to that player to let him know, listen, like, we're going a different direction. This is the guy we're building around. This is the guy we know who's going to be the leader now going forward. Not saying you're not part of our plans, but he's the guy that we
no, for sure. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It just doesn't happen a lot. That's all.
It sucks, but hey, you got to deal with it. If you're not the best player anymore, too bad.
Okay, but is the Kings your actual answer? Like you want?
No, man. Like I like the Kings, but like I'm not stupid. Like
I don't know. Maybe they could pull off another miracle. They still got Drew Doughty. They still got Anche. Like that's a good team.
Yeah, if Chicago makes the playoffs, maybe they'll think about it.
I mean, Chicago's playoffs will just be like that because it's been 2 years.
We can knock them out for you guys.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
He gets cheese when I say that because it's true.
It's not true. How is it true? Like we're not gonna get into this. That's a fight for another day. Let's be honest.
But I'm gonna pick the. I think I'm gonna pick the Leafs.
I know. I think we should just both pick the Leafs.
It's gonna be Leafs. And it's
That's
gonna be Leafs
it.
versus the Oilers in the finals. That's my call.
Jeez.
I think Connor McDavid and his on and off years with his team. 1 year they're shit, 1 year they make playoffs and go far, 1 year they're shit again, and then things happen. So I think it's about time for them to go up into the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. I think Draisaitl's definitely looked to set up. So I like their team and their coach. I remember him a little bit. Looks like a jackass still, but I'll give him.
Dave Tippett?
Yeah.
Why do you like him?
I don't know. Just something about his face is.
He was in Arizona for the longest time.
Yeah, that's why he bothers me.
Okay. I don't know what Arizona Coyotes did to you, but
Nothing. The trash. I mean, like, I know he's got his coaching talent now, but I'm just saying, like, he didn't do a great job developing them. But
I got the Leafs as well. I think for them, this has got to be their year now. Like we can't be saying next year. It's got to be now.
It's the same thing with Tampa Bay, right? They've been a team that's win every year. People say, like, if they don't win this year, I think that's it. Like, they're done. Like, their team's getting broken up.
So we have a new segment. It's called "Want to Bet on It." So all it is, it's our producer Johnny. He's gonna ask us questions, and he's gonna give an opportunity for either of us to bet.
Can I just say something? If he made a lot of these bets and he did buy money, he'd lose a lot of money.
Sure. Go ahead, Johnny. Whenever you're ready.
Go ahead, man.
Want to bet on it?
Mm-hmm.
RJ will win Rookie of the Year.
Bet on it.
I'm not gonna bet on it.
You're a waste, man. I'm playing.
Sorry, there's other players that could get it.
Okay, who do you think?
I say J Morant from Memphis.
Ja Morant, not Jay.
It's J. What are you talking? Why do you keep calling him John? Like
Ja.
Okay,
Not John.
Okay, John. Bro, you've been saying that. I was like, why you call him John?
So I said Ja. I always say Ja.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
Sorry. I apologize, Mr. Moran. So I'll call him. How about yourself? You got? Oh yeah, you're gonna.
It's
bet.
RJ, man. RJ all day.
RJ's not gonna do nothing
That's
about in New York,
Canadian.
bro. Is he get booed?
That's my fellow Canuck. I'm gonna
obviously
go
want
for
him to
that.
do well, but
I think he gets buckets. I think he's in the right system in New York, in the right spotlight to do it. All right, he's in the biggest market as well.
I get all that, but he's playing in a hard market right now, fam. That's my only issue.
The East is easy to play in.
You're right, but
The East is easy to play in.
what about Zion? We're not talking about
Zion is going to be the sidekick in New Orleans.
To who?
To Lonzo.
What about Brandon?
Brandon's trash. I'm joking. He's not good at that good, but like I just don't see Zion getting like 17 points a game easily in New Orleans.
That's how much you have to average to be rookie of the year?
I think that's how much he'd have to average to be a candidate.
How much did Luka average last season for winning? I don't think he averaged 17, did he?
He averaged more than 17. He averaged like almost 19, 18, no?
Sure. Okay.
John, you want to go check that.
You can ask your second question.
Just ask the next question.
Next one. Antonio Brown will play in the NFL again.
Bet on it.
I'm not gonna bet on that again. This guy has too many issues. Like, just go play. Like, he's coming to the CFL. He's coming up to play in the CFL.
He's got a good dream there. I think he's gonna stay in the NFL because CFL there's no money to make. NFL, he'd make the money.
Bro, I mean, he even said it's not about money. Like, he doesn't care about that.
If he didn't care about the money, he would be crying about $40 million now that he lost by himself.
He's an adult.
He's an adult.
He's an adult. He said he could take care of himself.
He can't even handle himself with these females. How is he an adult?
Bro, that's Ben. That's Ben.
He's still the greatest wide receiver of all time in my eyes. But he's staying in the NFL. You should stay in the NFL. It helps your brand. Why would you go anywhere else or make a business if you're not going to play anywhere?
Right. I think that's probably what he'll do.
Probably, but come back to the NFL. They'll miss you.
All right, sir.
Next one. Austin Matthews will score 50 goals this season.
I will definitely bet on that.
I don't bet on that.
I'm gonna bet for sure.
I don't bet on that. I think he's gonna score maybe like 40 something, but I
just 49. This guy's gonna say 49.
Right? But my point is just that like you just see how deep that team is. I just think they're gonna be spread out. Like they have to be because when it comes to playoffs, you want Austin to go off. Then I just don't think he's going off in the regular season like that. I think he's got other weapons that could work.
The guy's a scoring machine.
I get it. But
if he's healthy, 50 goals.
He can pass.
If he's healthy,
we'll see.
And last one, Kyle Lowry will make the All-Star game.
I'm not gonna bet on that.
I'm gonna bet on that because he's a top point guard in the East, anyways. I think he'll still put up good numbers this year. If the Raptors are in first place, why would you not? I think him and Siakam would get the nod.
Mm-hmm. I think he did in first, but my only thing was last year when they were doing that draft with Giannis and LeBron, Kyle Lowry was like second last pick. And that's for a reason, you know what I mean?
That has nothing to do with him.
Like, he's like the worst player out of the best players.
It's by the coaches that point. He's not... The coaches picked the remainder of the roster.
No, I get that, but that's what I mean. He wasn't... Okay, I mean, you're right.
Coaches are going to respect him. I'm telling you, coaches will respect the guy and want him to still come because the team will probably be top 3 or top 4 in the East.
Probably just going to sit back and relax.
Yeah, he would like to do that, but you're going to All-Star Weekend represent the Toronto Raptors, so suck it up, Kyle Lowry, if you're not treated by them way.
Yeah, but for sure.
I think I'll put my money on him. You see how you put a lot of bets, you lose money. Y'all see how you just ain't no bet. And yeah, I think that's all for today, folks. AD shout. But yeah, I think it was a good episode.
Mm-hmm. It was a good start to season 2. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, as you can see, we're in a new location, almost like it's training camp for us, right?
Right.
We're in Brampton, Browntown. Yeah.
There's no reason for you to say it like that.
What? It's not named Browntown?
It's called Brampton. I don't know.
Browntown. He knows it.
Let's just say bye to our viewers. Tell them, hey, what'd you guys like about the video?
Yes.
What you did?
Please, always give us feedback.
Right?
We'd like to know.
And importantly, subscribe, please.
Please subscribe. Also, we're going to start putting out more content out. We're going to be start recordings in the car and having some interviews with some people, especially people in our community. Some basketball players as well in the AU circuit, and hopefully maybe even college circuit if we get lucky enough. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to be putting out some mixtapes for some players as well, so you guys can enjoy that, see the nice young up-and-coming talent from the GTA, a.k.a. Mississauga.
Yep.
But yes, thank you for tuning in for this episode. Season 2 is now started. All right, we'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Take care, guys.
Bye.